a very wonderful morning to you, our viewers out there. Wherever you are watching us from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Anita Irene, and the program is called Issues. We are going to be looking at state of the nation. We are looking at politics today, and we are here with Chief Patrick Eholor. Good morning, sir. Talk about politics. Let's talk about the power rotation in Edo State. Like what we some sources or what some of our correspondents told us about this power rotation in Edo State. That governorship is going to be zoned to Edo Central. What do you have to say about
Well, like there's, I honestly think that, we shouldn't be divided. When we have a governor, we don't have a governor of Edo people. We have a governor of Edo State. If we have a governor, okay? When we have Esakoma, when Oshomole was there, Oshomole wasn't a governor of Awunchi people or Esako people, right? When we have Osarime Osumbo, it wasn't Ishan governor, it was Edo State governor. I think the politicians shouldn't divide us and the politics shouldn't divide us. I wrote a letter to Senate through my counsel, Dr. Samson Osagi, who was former majority whip before, right? That I want them to, in the amendment, that we should have an independent candidate.
Okay.
Anybody can come out and say, I want to contest for presidency or for governorship and all that, okay?
Yes.
Where we were born shouldn't determine how we rule or who we become in life, okay? It has to be about merit, okay? So I wrote an article, a lot of people have been reacting to it, and I told them that I don't want to be politically correct, but I want to do the right thing, okay? What is the right thing? Professor Folongsho Amsale is from Edo Central. He's one of the best governors we've ever had in the state. We voted for him overwhelmingly because he was very highly educated. He was a pathologist and all that. But he was a man who showed corruption, and we love him. May he so rest in peace. We did the same thing for Osarime Osumbo, right? So the idea of rotational can give you the very worst. Not for that. Let who the cap fit, let him wear it. Let it be about merit, not about rotational. The politician cannot divide us. The Asians are my brother. My friends, my best friends are from Esa Central. My people from Esako and all that, they're my friends, okay? We from Edo Central, we are having over 50% of the vote that elect any sitting governor now or before now, all right? From the history of democracy in 1999, our vote has overwhelmingly elect whether Ishan governor, Awunchi governor, or Edo governor. So the idea of rotational is my own personal opinion. I'm not for it. And I think it's good we discuss it. And that's why I'm glad today that on this electoral hall, they also include that we as individuals now, we have a right to aspire to any office as an independent candidate. And that's why it must interest you that I have come out openly that if that I want to run, I'm going to run as a councillor. It's going to be the lowest office. It's a grassroots office, but I'll be glad to start from there so that I can really, let people understand how to politic and what is politics. Politics is not just about taking or grabbing. It's about serving your people. It reminds me what somebody told me, why don't you go for governorship or senatorship and all that? I said, but why? Oh, you say you are too big. And I said, nobody's too big for anything. He said, you are too rich. I said, nobody, listen, I am a billionaire and I accept it, okay? I have the money, all right? But I have the money, right? And that what it means is that when Bloomberg contested as the mayor of New York, he was a billionaire. Bloomberg was somebody who told Donald Trump that you are not rich. I'm rich, I can pay your salary. But yet he contested as a mayor. A mayor in New York City is like a chairman of already local government for a billionaire. But because he was there and was ready to give back to the society, all right, to service his people. And that's what I'm here to do, is to give back to the society if I want to do it. And I'm not doing it under any political platform, because I'm not for PDP, I'm not for APC, because they are twin brothers, all right? Just that they operate differently, but they have the same blood. And I don't want to be part of that PDP and APC blood. So I want to go out there independently and contest for any any position because I'm in Nigeria and I have the right to do so.
Okay, you want to contest independently.
Yes.
At the grassroots level, as a councillor.
Yes.
Before that, in what way have you affected the lives of your people?
Well, I'll tell you something very true, okay? If you go to Utoka, where I'm from, go there. They have a secondary school there. Go there and ask them who makes that happen. They have a health center there. Go there and ask them who made that happen. All right? I'm not here to tell you a lot of things I've done. Many years ago, when nobody knows about inverter, I was the first person who gave Central Hospital inverter because they were operating with candle. I did that. And if you go to Go Police Station, I was the first person that gave them inverter there. And if you go to Abbey Police Station, I was the first person that gave them inverter. So I give, because it's better when you give, you can sleep well than taking. I'm not one who just take. I'm one who wants to give so I can sleep well.
Okay. You know, if they are talking about zoning, we want to zone it to Eastern Central, we want to zone it to the South, we want to zone it to this. Don't you think this is coming from the party? It is coming from the party.
I don't think it's constitutional. I don't think it's coming from the party. And even if it's coming from the party, I think the party has to have a rethink because we don't want to give to the worst, we want to give to the best. Again, what I'm saying is that if you bring anybody from Eastern Central, Edo North, and the person is capable, I, Chief Eholor, will vote for that person. All right? But it shouldn't be rotational. That's what happened to the North. That's why you have over 15 million children are begging as a majority in the North. Because the North thought they were clever when they were talking about quota system, right? What they did is that if you, Anita, I know is very brilliant, you score 180, you failed. And I would consider somebody who got 75 or 60 in Benue State or in Kaduna State because of quota system. Does that help us? No. You are literally saying that the North people are not as smart academically. No, it's a lie. Because Sanusi Lamido, who was central bank governor, is very articulate. He's a scholar. He's very brilliant. So we have to meet on a level playing field. It's Nigeria. Everybody should have the same right. There shouldn't be nepotism or favoritism. And that's why we are in this quagmire because of favoritism, nepotism, do you know who I am? Because of status and all that. And that should stop. And that's why the likes of me are coming to change the narratives, to come out of that boss. And it's time for the women too, to break the ceiling. And that's why I'm also glad that they are going to add women to this thing. Because women are supposed to not even having 35% of fair share of the electorate that's going to represent the interest of themselves or the people. Is supposed to be 50-50. If it happens in Rwanda, it can happen in Nigeria. And I also think the women should wake up. I also think the students to wake up. You can be in school and you'll be a counselor. You can be in school, you'll be representing your constituency in Federal House of Rep or Senate. It doesn't have to be for money bags. It's time we stop playing money politics.
Okay, I want to ask another question. Some of these councillors that we have, a lot of them would like to work, but probably the government of the day might be the one frustrating them because there's no way you can work without money. If you are supposed to tar this road or you are supposed to do one or two things on this road and the government of the day does not empower you, what do you do? So if you are a councillor tomorrow and the government of the day does not empower you, what do you think you would do?
I'll tell you something that will interest you. I was one of the people that brought FOI to bearing. When the late Umaru Musa was alive, may still rest in peace, I took them to court, okay? And I said that I need to know what you spend in constituency project. I need to know what the government budget is. I need to know who did the contract and all that. It was a battle, but I won the case. And that's why today you have the Freedom of Information Act to question any authority. If I become a councillor, I will say to my chairman, I will ask my chairman, what is the allocation of the mods? I would debate with my chairman. I would tell my chairman what I think is necessary that we should do. My chairman is not going to go and put that money on savings and savings accounts to making profit. He dare not. This is ultimately, but don't forget that. It's a different ball game now, okay? And then from there, I will attract like development to my community. There'll be good roads, there'll be water, and there will be so many things that we've not seen in the past. Do you know that we still budget in Ministry of Water Resources, and when we don't have water? I have a pool in my house now, all right? I have a borehole in my house now, okay? These are all from me, not from the government. But I will change the narrative. I will make sure that if the, I'm using it as a case study, Ministry of Water Resources are not giving me water, I will make sure that they don't exist again. They will still exist. I will close it down, all right? And if we don't have light, I will travel to Pakistan. I will bring an expatriate who will teach my people how to do inverter and solar.
Oh, as a counselor,
of course, I'm telling you, listen, I'm going to go beyond the limit. I know what they have as a budget. I'm going to discuss with them. I'm going to say this is what is necessary for our people. I'm also going to come up with a law that every student deserves the right to go to school. And then if there are students who are not in school, their children can be held accountable. A lot of things that we can do that can change the narratives, okay? And we can do that. Nothing's impossible. You know, I don't know why Anita said it's funny, because it's not funny to me. You know, I'm privileged to have traveled everywhere in the world. I'm also privileged to be a Canadian citizen for over 30 years, over 3 decades. So I've seen a lot of things. I've seen that they are good people with good intentions. If you don't give them the opportunity, they can die with that intention. And that's why I'm going to be a voice of the voiceless. I'm going to make sure that I motivate more people, that if I can do it, they can do better. That's going to be what's going to be happening in this country.
Very well. Okay, now let's talk about the zoning proper. If because we know that this zoning has brought a lot of persons that are not qualified to be there, and tomorrow you see them being there, because we have seen a lot of persons who doesn't know anything that has to do with politics, but because of zoning, one person will just bring another person. And so now that it is like this, what do you think Nigeria's Edo State, what do you think we should do when we see things like this?
Well, it's very clear. There's nobody who's not qualified. There's no listen, in the 3 senatorial zone, there's nobody you cannot find deemed fit to be qualified to be a governor. And those state people are blessed. Nigeria as a country, we are very intelligent people, okay? What I'm saying is that it should be by merit. It shouldn't be selective. It shouldn't be zoning. Let who the cap fit wear it. We are not going to be confused about it. It is not mandatory. It is not constitutional that we have to be doing rotational. No. All right? If rotational was correct, Ken Imaswagbon, my friend, they call the rice man, have contested as a governor in every election. So if it's zoning, why would he contest with, or attempt to contest with Donga Ase Godwin Obaseki? Why would he contest with Osage Izeyamu if they respect zoning? My opinion is that let's use merit. Let's who the cap fit wear it. This cannot divide us as Benin from Isha, or divide us from Benin from Akoko Edo. We are all brothers. We are one. Let us do what we did for Professor Ambrose Ali, what we did for Osarime Osumbo, because they were good, they were better than any other candidate that we had from the South side. That's why we voted for them. So it's not controversial. Certain people want to like redefine what I said. What I said is that it should be for merit. Okay. We can't be selective anymore. Look at where we are today. Look at where we are with quota system. When you have a director, a minister of finance that had 80 in school, and you have 220, you become what? You know what I mean? Yeah. You have a situation with our president of today, a city president, a lot of controversy that no certificate, and you have a senior advocate of Yemi Osinbajo being a deputy, right? A lot of things. Like you have a situation in the country today when people challenge Nova's Godwin academic background, whatever, and you have the Shaibu who, a lot of people have been challenged over forging a certificate and all that. Yes. And you have people who have the real certificate who have been denied because people have been forging certificate. If you go to House of Assembly, you go to House of Senate, you go to House of Rep, you see that about 60, 65 or 70% of people, they forge their certificate. And this shouldn't be, because they have robbed other people to attend that position. And that's why the likes of me want to change it. If I have primary 6, I'll show you I have primary 6. There's no need for me to forge a certificate. There's no need for that. Because if the requirement to be a governor or to be a president of this country is very minimal. You don't have to be a graduate, but don't forge your certificate.
You had it. Don't forge your certificate. When they tell them bring your certificate, you said then going to appeal court, something you can just go in and bring out. You see them going to appeal court. You see them going to different. Oh my God. Well, it's nice speaking with you,
Thank
sir.
you. It's a pleasure.
I really enjoyed this, and I'm sure a lot of persons that are watching all over the world, I'm sure you have been educated on why he wrote the article that zoning power rotation must not be on zoning that let it be on merit. That's what he's trying to say. Now the program again is Core Issues. My name again is Anita Irene. Thank you very much.